Hey everybody, Jay Shockblast here, and today we've got another top 10 video for you, and it is definitely a video that a lot of people have asked for. I don't even know who the first person was, so I don't want to be unfair and say one person and have other people get upset over it. So I apologize. I should have kept track of who the first person to say it was, and I don't remember. It is my top 10 favorite villains in Lego Marvel superheroes. And this guy right here, Doom, is one of the starting characters you get whenever you load up the game. He is not one of them. I feel like they could have made him a lot cooler. I don't think he's that bad, but there's just some other characters that I really enjoyed a lot more than Doom. And I'm going to go ahead and get things started right away with number 10 on my list, which is Super Skrull. So the thing I love about Super Skrull is that he has pretty much all of the Fantastic Four's powers. He goes invisible. In certain situations, he stretches, and he flies. I really should have put him on the flying characters, but alas, I did not. I believe that when he gets close enough, uh, or maybe not. Yeah, there you go. You can see that his hands turn into thing hands, and he's got Mr. Fantastic's. He eventually stretches. I'd have to find one of the Mr. Fantastic style places where you have to go through a vent and stuff like that. He's a very useful multi-purpose character. I mean, he essentially does everything the Fantastic Four does. And including turning into Johnny Storm's, flying, flame-ridden flight and all that good stuff. So he's very, very, very useful. Like I said, it would have been even cooler if you could transform him into a bigger Super Skrull, kind of like thing. But alas, they didn't get everything. So I'll take what they did give us, though, and. Like I said, number 10 on my list is Super Skrull. So, moving on to number 9 is another character I didn't think I would really have on my list, and that is the Wizard. I really just like the fact that he flies more than anything. He does have, like, this kind of cool... I think this is, like, an electric power, but when he shoots out his power, there's really cool little... laser, like almost little circular dot lasers, and he's got like that really cool, trailing graphic. Let me just find out real quick if he is electric power.
Hey, walk in here.
Alright. Yeah, so he does do electric power. So that's pretty cool. Just having a character that flies and does electric power is pretty cool. So, I mean, he's not like the coolest looking character and stuff like that, but he's very useful. I mean, just the fact that he flies and has electric powers, and plus I just like the way that his electric powers look when you shoot him. Those little almost looks like he's shooting bubbles, and that's just kind of cool. So that is why number 9 on my list we have the Wizard. Number 8 on my list. I'm actually going to do number 8 and number 7 together. Number 8 is going to be Carnage, if I can find him. And number 7 is going to be Venom. They're both basically the same character model, except for the fact that Venom obviously transforms into a bigger character. I really just love the way they look. I just think, it's such a cool, like this little, freeze, like when they get bored, juggling the skeleton heads is really like an awesome graphic. They really got like that savage symbiote thing down really well. I thought Carnage did the same thing with the skull heads, but it appears to be not the case. He just gets up in rage modes. Otherwise, Venom is essentially Spider-Man. Uh, this Venom will turn himself into a big character. And the graphic to go back and forth is pretty awesome. Uh, so that definitely helps him out a lot. Is why he's rated higher than Carnage. Um, these guys do all the stuff that Spider-Man does, across the board, and being able to like shoot some projectiles really makes them valuable. So for 7 and 8, we have Venom and Carnage. Next up, we actually get to skip all the way to number 6, and we have
Not cool. Not cool.
there's a responsibility to trying to keep these characters true to their original. And when you're trying to like diversify for the sake of, hey, we need a black character, I just feel like that's almost sending the opposite message. I don't really think that is equality or anything like that. I just think it's more insulting that you had to think that people are dumb enough to have a black character in a movie. There are plenty of other opportunities to have that in there. It's hard to argue because Jamie Foxx is such a great actor, but to me, Electro is a white character. Just like when they had Michael Clark Duncan play Kingpin in Daredevil, I thought that was kind of cheesy, and there are tons of other examples of them, taking liberties with all these type of characters. So I just kind of wish we just mash up with, what we're used to, like what we have. I just hate changing characters for the sake of hitting some, you know, profile or whatever. Just like what they did with Nova by turning him into a little kid to hit the kid demographic and throw him in a cartoon. I hated that too. So, but enough about negativity. I do want to tell you that I was really shocked when I found out that Electro had this little hover thing and he could fly. That was not what I was expecting for some reason. And it's actually really cool to use him. You are going to use electric powers, and to be honest with you, I use Electro more than I use Thor. And Thor is one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, definitely in my top 5. I just think it's cool. I think the way he looks is cool, and just having that electric power is pretty huge from time to time. So, number 6 in my top 10 list is Electro. At number 5, this is 100% a personal thing. I have Taskmaster, and even this is a bit of a stretch. Sometimes Taskmaster can be a good guy. He's a mercenary. He's like Deadpool used to be. Deadpool was like that anti-hero, where he was kind of cool, but he was kind of a bad guy, and eventually he became the good guy everybody wanted him to be. Still started flying really crazy, but Taskmaster, he doesn't do anything fancy. He is basically just a warrior. He's got a shield that doesn't really do a whole lot, but whatever it may be. Um, Taskmaster just looks really awesome. I love the shield. They definitely nailed his look. So, I really like Taskmaster myself. I have his action figure, and I I don't know why. Maybe it's because he was in some Deadpool comics. I've just grown a huge liking to Taskmaster, so having him in the game for me was pretty cool. Um, so that's really it. I mean, honestly, if you watch my Asgard DLC pack video, you know that I kind of complained about it, being $3 because you're basically giving us cookie cutter characters that that really don't fit. Um, yeah, I mean they're not exciting. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. They're just cookie cutter characters, just warriors. The warriors in this game are can be a little tedious and boring to play as, and that is what Taskmaster is for the most part. Um, but it's a personal thing for me. I'm sure you guys understand. I really just like the way he looks. He is a character that I do enjoy reading in the comic books. So of course I had to have him on my list. Number 4 is one of the iconic characters in the Marvel Universe, if I can find him, and that is the Green Goblin. So Green Goblin, they absolutely nailed the essence of the character. He's got that menacing growl. He's got the laugh. He throws pumpkin bombs. Now they don't go very far, which makes a lot of sense in a way. But at the same time, I wish I could kind of throw it the distance I wanted to. When you throw it out there, it pulls up a big orange cloud, which makes sense. So I don't know that it doesn't count as any type of power. It's really just an explosive more than anything. So, which we really don't need explosive powers, but it's there, and I just blew myself up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy Green Goblin as much as I do. The Green Goblin, as you saw in my flying video, does also have his chariot, so he can fly from point A to point B. And that's really all I got with the Green Goblin. I don't really like his ultimate version. I should have probably shown that off, but I don't like it at all. I don't understand it. I don't watch the Amazing Spider-Man, or the Spider-Man cartoon that's out now. So I really don't know enough about the Ultimate Green Goblin to make an educated opinion. But there is a big fig version of Green Goblin, as you can see right next to him. So he's a big character. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't get it. Not my thing, but I know a lot of people were really excited about it. So, c'est la vie, I say. We're moving on to our top 3. And in our top 3, we are going to have a character that I don't play with nearly enough. And I don't know why. But it is not Herbie. That was an accident. That's what I get for blinking. I don't know what I was thinking there. Damn, I lost my train of thought again. There it is. MODOK. MODOK is hysterical. Like, I don't really like him in the comics at all, and I've never really understood what the fascination was. But just playing as him, you will see exactly what it is. He's got his little, little chair, and he's got like that constipated look. He hovers, which is interesting. He shoots a laser out of his head, which is also interesting. And when he lands, he has to compose himself. So he does have the option of doing a big fire blaze blast. I'm just trying to size it up. Yeah, it almost looks like he's exploding feces at people, but it's fire. This character is fun. This is what the game's supposed to be about. Providing us with fun characters to play as, and a story that makes sense. So I definitely think that, you know, TT Games did that, and part of the way they did it is by including MODOK, and I'm actually really glad that they included MODOK because that's not the character I would normally make a big deal of if he wasn't in the game, and he is in the game. Obviously, he's a boss that you fight at one point, but yeah, I think MODOK's a really, really fun, cool character. So I've got him at number 3 on my list.
Look, Timmy, it's that
Closing out number 2, we have a guy who I probably wouldn't have expected to have on the list at all, and that is Mysterio. And this is definitely a character that is going to be on my top 10 animations because this character is awesome. I love, love, love the way that kind of smoke emulates from him, and there really isn't another character like him. I, excuse me, I gotta stop making videos when I wake up or I'm about to go to sleep. But trying to get these done before work, and I do this all in one take, so I hope you appreciate that I'm able to talk for 20 minutes straight. So yeah, Mysterio, he just looks cool. He also has, you know, the power cosmic, so he can do all that type of stuff. He can get run over by cars. He does not fly. He just double jumps. The only thing that would make him possibly cooler is if he was able to fly. I understand that they have to, you know, cut back on the guys that can fly and can't fly. They also make him go invisible, so that makes him pretty useful, you know, in other ways as well. So the power cosmic and invincibility, invisibility, are two little, you know, characteristics that, you know, Mystique can use to, or Mysterio can use to his advantage. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot he can do. He can shoot lasers from his hands. Okay. Yeah, he can't. He doesn't free fire. Oh, for some reason he doesn't free fire. There we go.
Those superheroes really showed that big purple guy what for.
I don't know, but I love the way he looks. I love that awesome, like, kind of cloudy smoke that comes from him. So number 2 on my list is Mysterio. So that brings us to number 1, and who could number 1 be? It's pretty easy. If you follow the videos at all, you should know exactly who it is. It is the character I play as the most in almost all my videos, and that is this guy right here, Galactus. So Galactus shoots out, you know, your singular shots where we've got that, and then he can also key in on something to attack. Makes him really useful for coaching people, like at work, and I don't even know where I'm going with that. Jeez, got work on my mind. Makes it easy. He makes it easy. Jeez, I feel really dumb right now. I lost my train of thought. He makes it really easy to just do everything. He's got the power cosmic. He shoots fire, so he can, you know, destroy gold items. So I know that there's something gold over here where I can show that off. This is my go-to guy. Like I said, I do anything that I have to fly with. I definitely use him. So yeah, like you can see, you can blow up the different, you know, golden kind of obstacles. I don't know why, but I hate having to use Iron Man, just because he's such a popular character. But he's also very useful in the way that he can do both the silver and the gold with some of the different Iron Man suits. So that's the only time I really use Iron Man, is when I want to do both. Otherwise, I'll just carry Galactus with me, because he flies me to wherever I want to go at a whim. And he's just he's just a fun character. He looks awesome. He could have been like a taller character. I realize that, but you know, it would have put everybody else out of scale. I really was not expecting to have to play as Galactus as much as I did, but he's awesome. He's definitely my favorite villain in the game to play as. He's probably, I mean, he was in my top 10 favorite characters in the game, so this really should be no surprise if you watch that video. Galactus is number one on my top 10 favorite villains in Lego Marvel superheroes. So, aside from the parts where I totally lost my train of thought, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Uh, I, yeah. I really probably should work on doing these in small clips and piecing it all together. But I really love just the spontaneity of my videos. I love just free firing from the hip. So I hope you guys appreciate that. You know, I do it that way. I hope you guys don't like get upset that maybe I probably don't put as much. I mean, I put a lot of time into these videos, but like it would take probably 3 times as long to do it in short clips and of each character and piece it all together and get the best parts. I'm an all natural guy. Just this is what I've got to say. I might mumble and stutter a little bit. I might start randomly thinking about the fact that I have to go to work in a half hour and start talking about work randomly because I'm kind of falling asleep. But in any event, I hope you enjoy the video. Enough of my rambling here. Galactus, this guy right here, you guys got to play as him quite a bit. I hope you enjoy. If you're not playing the game yet, I hope you get to play it soon. And we will catch you later. I don't know what I've got next. I do need to do my top 10 favorite animations with the characters. Somebody said something about top 10 most useful characters, which obviously you heard me talk about Super Skrull and Galactus. They would definitely be on that list. So we'll catch everybody later.